We're making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we have curry rice. When I taught at a middle school in Japan, this was the one lunch that made everyone go crazy. It typically consists of a thick, slightly sweet curry sauce served over a bed of white rice. The secret of school lunch curry is that it's so flavorful, even the picky eaters don't notice all the vegetables hidden inside. Speaking of vegetables, it usually comes with a side of cabbage salad covered in vinegar dressing. Now I know this might sound a bit strange, but frozen mandarin oranges are incredibly underrated. If you know, you know. Last but not least, we have some milk to balance out the spiciness of the curry. I'll give this school lunch a solid 9 out of 10. We're making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we have miso udon. It's no surprise that both miso soup and udon noodles are popular dishes in Japan, so mixing the two together will get you a delicious soup 10 out of 10 times. A lot of miso soup overseas consists of only tofu and seaweed, but did you know that you can add vegetables and meat to get a much deeper flavor? As an American who taught at a Japanese school, it used to blow my mind that we rarely just got fruit on its own. It always came with something extra, so that's why today I covered this banana with chocolate and I turned it into a nice little dessert. Our last side for this meal are gyoza dumplings. Usually school lunches have either Japanese themed meals or something from another country. I personally think gyoza goes well with udon, so let's break some rules. I'd rate this school lunch a 7 out of 10. We're making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we have Nukujaga. I have a ton of great memories teaching in Japan, but some of the most memorable moments were around lunchtime. It was always the smell of Nukujaga through the halls that made it really hard to focus in class. Now while the name Nukujaga means meat and potatoes, you can clearly see that it's so much more than just that. On the side we have a bean sprout salad. As an American, I tend to think of salads as something with lettuce, but with bean sprouts, you get a satisfying crunch with a ton of flavor. You can't have a Japanese meal without rice. In fact, the Japanese word for rice and meal is the same. Last but not least, we have some milk to wash it all down. I'd rate this school lunch a 9.5 out of 10. We're making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we have Hayashi Rice. This dish deserves a gold star for the ultimate Japanese comfort food. I don't know if it's the intense flavor from the stew or the fact that it's just full of meat, but this one hits home every time. It's typically made with the demi-glace sauce, but I kinda prefer the tomato flavored version. Be sure to serve it with a bed of white rice and you'll be set. Next we're making a dish that's kind of like chicken noodle soup, except we will be replacing the chicken with bacon. As an American, I think Japanese bacon's very underwhelming, but surprisingly it works alright in this soup. The coolest thing on today's menu has got to be the strawberries, and to my surprise, they were a little bit sweeter than the red ones. We'll wash that all down with some milk. This meal deserves a 9.8 out of 10.